Because in antum illa basharun misluna, you're just a human being. Wama anzala ar-Rahmanu min shay. God doesn't intervene. Why is not God coming down himself? In antum illa takzibun. And the first stage is they're saying to them, you're lying. This is exactly what the Quraysh did, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Exactly what they did. They said you, O Muhammad, like why can't they send an angel? Why can't this God send an angel? Right? Why can't he send something special to us? This is what they do, the first stage. They question your humanity. And then they deny it at the end. They say, well, we need God to come in here. We want to see God. But we talked about this already yesterday. If you had already seen God, if God had revealed himself to you, what's the point of the test? If you already know the result of the exams, the test that you're going to sit, then it's pointless sitting an exam. The whole idea is to test you to see who's real and who's fake. We do that in human society. We need to work out who's really sincere. So the Quraysh did this with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Allah is holding up a mirror to the Quraysh and saying, look, what you're doing is exactly what nations of the past have done and what nations do today. People who want to deny Islam, they will come out with all sorts of stories, mythical stories. They will make up things to make them feel like they're upon the truth. Isn't the conflict that's happening in the Middle East today built upon mythology? A misunderstanding on purpose of Genesis 15. Let's even quote the passage, right? That God promised us this land, right? They have the passage in the Bible, but most of Christian theology never believed it in that way, that God promised them this land. Now all of a sudden they believe that this is the land that was promised to them. It's dispensationalism. That's the theology. It only came around 150 years ago. Read up on it. This is a mythology. People like to tell themselves stories. They like to believe in stories and they make up stories. The Quran is saying this is what people do all the time. But they also make an objection. They say, you're a human being like us. You three are just human being like us. And this sounds very logical. If you're chosen, why are you chosen? Why not somebody else? But this objection, my friends, hides a deeper assumption that shared humanity means no one can be divinely selected. Like what decides that you got chosen? Why didn't he get chosen? Can you see? That's the assumption that they're making. But the Quran responds elsewhere. Allah says, Allah knows best where to place his message. Allah chooses people. Even today from amongst us, inshallah, Allah will choose us to carry on his message, to carry on his deen, because no prophets to come. There's no Nabi to come. But every single one of us here, listening at home, watching afterwards, we should all have a good opinion of Allah, that Allah make me from those people. When you say in the Quran, Allah knows where to place, best to place his message, may Allah